Welcome to a pulsating Anfield for the UEFA Cup Semi-Final second leg between Liverpool and Barcelona. Good evening. You may recall the first leg was a little on the sterile side, but if recent events are anything to go by, tonight promises drama right to the very end. In Monday night's Merseyside derby, Gary McAllister's quick-wittedness stole the show, and the points for Liverpool. Barcelona, on the other hand, have drawn their last two matches 4-4 against Real Zaragoza. Rivaldo equalised in the last minute. A week earlier, I think it's safe to say only a fool would attempt to predict the score tonight. Alan, Mark?
Well, I'm going to go 6-5 Liverpool. I'm just hoping there's going to be goals, and obviously I wanted a great game with a Liverpool victory. I think the intrigue here is Liverpool's tactics. You know, the first leg in Barcelona, they were ultra negative. They got a great result. Tonight, they've got to go and finish the job. They've got a more attacking lineup. I don't expect them to go for the throat, but I expect them to be more positive than they have been in recent matches here at Anfield, with a note of caution. And if they can go and play well, I'm sure they can get a result.
I think the result really in Barcelona, Guy, turns this into a one-off cup tie, which is fine. The only problem is score draw, Barcelona go through, and I think therein lies the problem. I think they scored in every round away from home UEFA Cup tie, Barcelona, and I think a lot of people, even in the stadium, as partisan as they are, think Barcelona will score tonight. So
Barcelona have got to be better than they were a fortnight ago. I mean,
they will be.
Yeah, Roma were poor when Liverpool went to Rome, and they came here and looked a great side. You expect Barcelona on the counter-attack to be very, very good. So I mean, it's a question of getting the balance right for Liverpool.
Yeah, Barcelona have brought in a couple of players, familiar players. I mean, Petit's going to play apparently, and they rumour he might be at left back.
Well, I hope he plays at left back. He's a decent left back, he's a better centre back, but he's an even better midfield player. He's a terrific midfield player. You want your good players to play in the best position. If he plays left back, I'm sure Liverpool will be absolutely delighted.
I just feel like Liverpool have to really press Barcelona tonight in all areas of the pitch. They can't afford to let them play.
That's alien to the way Liverpool play here. I mean, we've said it time and time again. They get men behind the ball, and they're more negative than they have been in the past. But you know, in about 4 minutes time, it's judgment night, and we're going to find out just how good Liverpool are.
Right, Liverpool versus Barcelona for a place in the final of the UEFA Cup. Your commentators, Trevor Brooking and Barry Davis.
The players just going under the sign that says, "This is Anfield." The noise hits them now as they emerge. Public address announcer said, "I want to hear noise from all quarters of the ground." Well, they've certainly responded. So let's just check the cast list for the ensuing drama. For Liverpool, the back five is entirely predictable, and the yellow square against Babel means that he has to avoid a third yellow card, otherwise he wouldn't play in the final. The midfield for Liverpool is interesting, with starting places for McAllister and Smica, and as for the front two, well, this surely is a night for taking chances. Michael Owen, 15 to his record so far this season. Emil Heskey is the leading scorer for the club on 21.
Well, the back four you mentioned, important role to play tonight, but look perhaps as if the midfield might play that way. Smica just behind the front two, and perhaps Gérard Houllier and McAllister keeping it quite tight in midfield to deny the space for Rivaldo. Up front, I think Heskey is a very sensible choice, because I think they are vulnerable in the air.
Barcelona, as was the case with Liverpool, have made two changes from the first leg, and it's a welcome again to a Premiership ground to Manu Petit, although Arsenal fans may find him in the unfamiliar position, as was just mentioned, of left back. Two of their players with 2 yellow cards against them, and once again, who will take the chances? Kluivert is in second place currently in the league in Spain with 18 goals. Patrick Kluivert from Holland And the Brazilian Rivaldo leads the way on 19 in the championship and 32 in total.
Well, we didn't find out in the previous game, but the 18-year-old goalkeeper, Reina, big night for him. He is talented. How will he respond? Is that back four? Petit comes in tonight, but is it as vulnerable as their recent form suggests? And for the width, Luis Enrique and Overmars in particular on the counter-attack are the key players to try and give the supply to Kluivert and Rivaldo.
As ever, there are 7 substitutes on each bench, only 3 of whom may be used, and as you see, 2 players there with 2 yellow cards against them, Ziga and Murphy. Manu Petit getting a rare start. He's actually only started only completed, in fact, played the full 90 minutes 8 times this season in the championship. And, interesting that Patrick Vieira was only saying after Arsenal's demise in the European Champions League and Cup how much he's been missed at Arsenal.
And just in the shape of the back four, Cocu looks as if he's going to start left back. Petit's actually taking up that centre midfield place with Guardiola, which the lads mentioned before, and is his best position. And Puyol is going to play right back with Reisiger alongside Frank de Boer in the centre.
Referee is Meyer of Switzerland. Refereed England against Romania in Euro 2000. Here's Cocu. I'm sure Arsenal fans will be telling you that Petit is in his right position. And there's another ex-Arsenal player, Mark Overmars. Disappointing really in the first leg. Here's Oncho. Owen making a nuisance of himself. First touch of Rivaldo with Kluivert forward down the middle and Overmars looking to get forward on the left. Fellow, but for the next 90 minutes one hopes not too happy. He's 29 today. Let's give the ball for Reina. Harmon again. Gérard. Carragher. McAllister out to the left, 2 the other way. Tried to play the telling ball, didn't have enough pace on it to reach Heskey. Trying to be cut out. Here's Rivaldo. Brisk opening. Kluivert asking much too much of his Dutch international colleague, Cocu.
A good disguise ball from Rivaldo, who then got the other side and wanted the return ball. Kluivert was committed to trying to spread it wide and overhit it.
Carragher. Heskey leaves a pink balloon on the pitch and comes short. Leaves 2 forward. It's Mitza who's doing already a lot of wandering, and I suspect that's going to be very much his style. Try to find a bit of space behind those front 2. This is Heskey. This is Babel. Early ball in. Beats everybody. McAllister. Carragher behind him. 2 in the box. Away by Frank de Boer. Petit. Cut out by Gérard. Pass intended for Overmars. And the start is very much a Premiership pace.
I've got too much time to dwell on it at the moment. I don't think we expected that, but I think it's certainly a quicker pace than we saw at probably any stage in the previous leg.
Owen. Spitzer. Mr. joining Owen in the box and directing where the ball should go to from there. Back players of Barcelona move forward. Puyol able to shepherd 8 hours of play. Puyol, who incidentally in the 2 league matches that were referred to at the start didn't start in either between the two legs of this semi-final. Barcelona, in those matches, were 3 down in one and 2 down in the other. And in both cases down 4-3 before the equalisers. This is the Rivaldo. Interesting challenge by Houllier. McAllister. Cunning McAllister or Goodison. Reisiger, who wasn't available for the first leg because of fitness. And Sergi, who's lost his place on the left side of the back players. Harmon, corner. It's not, it's a goal kick. At the moment the referee was pointing wider and then brought his arm around a little bit.
Actually hit it well, Harmon. Fortunately, Smeetser has just backpedaling, got in the way of it, so thanks very much.
Phil Thompson, 25 years ago, almost to the day, April the 14th precisely, he scored in the semi-final against his Barcelona team, a goal which took Liverpool on to a successful final. Toshack was scored in the first leg. You'll remember we told you that a fortnight ago, if you didn't know already.
I think there was an arm there from Koku, and the referee quick to spot it. There it is, comes across, blocking him.
The referee hard on that. That's why he was also the referee when Manchester United won 3-2 against Juventus, and when Barcelona won 4-2 against Arsenal. Both those in the Champions League. Upwards, Smeetser just behind those two. Petit coming to look to see where Smeetser was. Carragher. Amon. Smeetser. Space on the right for Babel. And here is Heskey. And off the knuckles, it was a corner.
Well, you've got to say the young keeper at least came off his line, but wasn't the most convincing of punches. This one was supposed to go outside the penalty area, got underneath it, got height, but not distance.
He's not 19 until August. Jose Manuel Reina. McAllister to take. Houllier on the line. Babel on the near post. It's header out by Koku, but he was a little fortunate.
They're not strong in the air. If you look at the back four, there's no one who's dominant. Certainly Reina likes to come, but he's not tall. And probably Petit is as good as any header of the ball, but they are vulnerable, I think, in that if you get some decent crosses in.
He's taken over as number 1 this season. But in the league, Barcelona have scored 67 and conceded 47. Rivaldo. McAllister tucking into cover. Last little ball to Smeetser. Smeetser not able to get it around a sufficient angle. It's a good shot from Rivaldo. To be watched with care. All of 35 yards.
Well, it's terrific vision, wasn't it? You can see Westervelde's just over the far side of the goal. Rivaldo's seen that. And I tell you what, Westervelde's worried about that because that's just going to tip under the crossbar, and that is a terrific touch, a vital touch as well.
Tell you what, it was off the real top of the nail. And here is touch proved so important, but he was full stretch to make it. Private near side, out by Ancho. A handball not given, out by Heskey. Owen gets it out of harm's way, and Houpier's forward here. Good header by Petit. Reisiger was the back man. McAllister. There's nothing cagey about this one, thank heavens. We had enough of that 2 weeks ago. Houllier will claim, or he has claimed, it was entirely justified on his part. Barcelona didn't want to chance their arm either. This is Luis Enrique. Overmars. Cuckoo. Petit. Both sides have slipped a bit in their respective leagues since the first leg. Cuckoo's clearance. Liverpool currently down to 6th, and Barcelona 5th. Battle for the 3rd place in both countries. Ball's up.
Probing down that right flank. Certainly Rivaldo dropping deep, picking up this loose ball. It's a terrific strike, and just swerving around, moving. Crucial touch.
This is Carragher.
Not going to be easy for Liverpool to get down this flank, because you've got Jamie Carragher and Gary McAllister, light-footed players playing on the left-hand side.
Kluivert made a present of it, and trying to run Ancho with a good tackle. Smitsa. Owen just ran away, but it ran away from Reina as well. Pulsating opening.
Terrific. The first touch let Michael down. Good play by Smitsa. Released it, and as Michael Owen tried to knock it on into his stride, he just knocked it too far. Credit to Reina, came off his line very quick and just got there in time.
Owen. Smitsa. Enjoying himself at this opening, but that's a poor ball. Didn't need to be so complicated, and a combination of fouls really on Rivaldo. Guardiola, who stated that he's leaving Barcelona at the end of the season. Liverpool among those interested. Who wouldn't be? Overmars. Liverpool back all bar 3. Little flick from Kluivert. Welly from Ancho. Attempt to jump for the ball, simply jumped at his man, did Luis Enrique.
This was a chance. Smitsa knocks it. It's this first touch. Look, it just takes it away the extra yard or two he didn't need, and then he's having to lunge for it. Reina does very well, and Puyol covering completes the clearance.
Play by Gabur. There's space down this side that Carragher had just vacated. This is Luis Enrique, Rivaldo in the middle. Houpier's. Kluivert. 5 goals in his last 2 matches. Petit. suffered a bit then. McAllister. Puyol.
Great tackle by Petit. Looked much better in midfield with him alongside Guardiola.
Rising. Strength of his performances for Arsenal, it's very difficult in this race to understand why he's not been a regular for Barcelona. Rivaldo looks for Kluivert.
What a peach of a pass that was. Rivaldo's looked so sharp so far. He's certainly celebrated his birthday in style. This is the perfect ball if Kluivert could just slide it. He's only half a yard from getting there. Westerveld did well to come out and spread himself just in case. Between the two defenders, just a half a yard too strong.
It's a combination that would scare any defence in the world. Owen. Corner. Good challenge, Reisiger.
Yeah, McAllister going across. I'm sure he's going to curl it in towards that 6-yard box. Can Liverpool make that aerial dominance pay?
Heskey falls back for the penalty spot. Houllier for the long run. Babel leads the charge. Carragher back. Here's Houllier!
It's great hanging ball. Houllier gets above his man. He heads it back across the goal. Just a bit too high for Babel to get the second header. But I must say, if I was on the Barcelona bench, I'd be very anxious every time it goes into that area.
By Heskey. Owen. Plenty of time for Ancho. Carragher. Heskey. Smeets moving inside. Owen coming from deeper. Good turn by Heskey. Smeets!
But a good early ball from Jamie Carragher with his left foot, released Heskey, good swivel, and Smeets was just backpedaling, and although he got it on target, he couldn't force the power to actually beat Reina. There it is, his left foot, good ball just behind Smeets, you could see, can't quite get the power, and it was a comfortable save. Good build-up.
Luis Enrique. De Boer. Shooting ball by Kluivert to Overmars. Taking on Babel. Kluivert. They've actually left Rivaldo for a moment. If that little flick had come rather more square. Offside Heskey.
Yeah, certainly feed Overmars as much as possible. You've got to remember Babel, the 2 yellow cards, is conscious he can't afford to make a mistake this evening and could cost him the final place if they get through, but Overmars just loves to go one-on-one.
Koku. Owen joins the defenders. In fact, everyone has other than Heskey. But Barcelona kept 3 back. Reisiger the central of those 3. Puyol. But under pressure just by the presence of McAllister. It's enough. And if he's going to make a mistake like that, let him get that one out of his system, out of harm's way. Luis Enrique. Cross comes Ancho. McAllister taking his time and doing it well. You're really chuffed to be in the starting lineup. Came here to play in matches like this. He's recovered from a broken nose he's sustained at Ellen Road, which in fact I owe him an apology. It didn't look to be quite such a bad injury at the time. Smeetson, Harman, McAllister. 3 in the middle. Harman. Heskey! Still!
Good patient build-up. Heskey's so good at chesting it and holding it. Good ball in from Haman. You can see Puyol goes to ground. He could have just chested it on the half turn. Instead, it's behind him and he can't hook it then on target. But Heskey's power and strength are concerned all the time.
Owen. Free kick.
I wonder if Gary McAllister be tempted to have another 35-yarder.
Certainly not an international quality tackle. Well, McAllister and Harman both behind Steven Gerrard, who is also capable of having a whack at it from here.
He took a long time placing it, Steven Gerrard, which suggests he thinks he should be taking it.
Players the required distance away. McAllister leaves it. Gerrard got right underneath it.
Not quite been able to get into the game so far, Steven Gerrard, and got a feeling Gary McAllister might claim the next one if it's in a similar position.
About 1,000 have come over from the Catalonian capital. Spanish became the language of our hotel in the last 2 days. Overmars moves us out to Babel. Gerrard appearing for the first time, I think, on the right side like that.
Yeah, it's the only thing with sort of Smeeta floating behind the front two, and Gerrard, Harman and McAllister quite tight in the centre. Does at times leave them short of width, so they've got to take it in turns in trying to provide and get out wide and get some crosses in.
Rivaldo, Luis Enrique, 3 others up on the attack, diagonally across from him. Carragher held him up well. Guardiola telling Luis Enrique where to play it. Puyol. It's a bit nervous to me, Puyol. Seems to be having to do things rather more quickly than 1 or 2 others. Played in the more central role in the first leg. Harman.
Just sitting in there as the anchor man, just trying to thread it through that narrow channel between the width of the 18-yard box, and just now and again got to be patient. Very similar to the build-up play that they had when they knocked into Heskey's chest eventually.
Well, the England team is here. Sven-Göran Eriksson and Tord Grip. Overmars gets away with that challenge. Doesn't make much use of it. Got a deflection. It's a Liverpool ball. Just thinking about the England coach and his number 2. It doesn't take anything to draw them to a match, and they certainly weren't going to miss a big night like this. Seen so many between them. Puyol making a lot of that, and the referee ignores him. and rightly.
Made a lot of it until he realised he wasn't going to get the decision. That was it.
He does look very anxious. Here's McAllister. Guardiola, in contrast, very cool. Both feet were high. Priol again has to scramble to his feet, having not got the free kick. Very smoothly away, the check. And Guardiola would have thought fouled him, but the referee said no. Defending by Overmars, well played by Koku.
Well, there's a definite foul by Guardiola on Smeater. It wasn't a case of advantage either, he just didn't think there was the contact, but there was.
God, I wasn't saying anything. Hopia. Harmon, or Luis Enrique was a bit more solid in the challenge then. Rivaldo. Smeater makes it difficult. Hopia tidies up. Harmon uses it well. Goalkeeper's come for it, but it doesn't matter. The flag is up on the far side anyway.
Yeah, tight when the ball was played. Smeater did well, one possession, and you can see just behind the beam, you can't see him. Heskey, I thought, peeled away very well and was at the very worst level, and so should have been allowed on.
Carragher, Smeater. Another teasing ball from Rivaldo, well played by Vesterveld. Flag is up for offside as Rivaldo doesn't quite make the attempt to find an empty goal, but what a great ball again.
There's a terrific pass, right in the stride of Overmars. Babel and Vesterveld had to do some serious talking there to make sure there wasn't a misunderstanding.
McAllister. Support from behind from Carragher. Square is Haman. Hopia. 6 forward. Appeal for offside, it's not. Smeater. Beautiful check out, Smeater. Away from Owen, collected by Gérard. Carragher. Owen Heskey still around the penalty spot. Hopia. Babel. Overmars. Drive it forward. Liverpool fans want Overmars unloaded. He's going a long way round. Oh, there was an extra touch there that he didn't want. And a slight misunderstanding between Hopia and Vesterveld, but Vesterveld got it right in the end. This is Babel. Carragher with a good 15 yards to play into. Overmars has stayed over this side. Heskey.
Well, there was the first little lull, wasn't it? I think it's been a terrific opening spell. We haven't had any goals, but fascinating. Nothing to choose between the two sides. Rivaldo's great shot, a couple of probing balls by him. The Smeater header, Mike Lowen, when he just over-knocked it. As I say, very even Steven up to now.
Rivaldo. Cuckoo has gone forward now, Overmars. Guardiola. Puyol outside Luis Enrique. Rivaldo, Petit. Had to dig it out a little bit.
Again, good build-up play by Barcelona. First touch let Petit down. He just had that bit of space, bypassed Rivaldo, and it just went away from him, and he loses his footing as his standing foot gives way.
It's the Barcelona bench and their coach. Goalkeeper says no problem, it's mine. Smitsa. He's done lots of running, but he slightly lost the geography of where he was on the pitch then. Never the room for the back heel. Clivert. Great turn. Complains to both Rivaldo and Guardiola. Petit. Cuckoo. Well caught by Heskey. Babel. Owen is in the middle. Puyol with his eyes on him. Owen comes out to the left. Hupia. Here he is. Overmars poised for the run. First goes in, then goes out. Clivert going straight down the middle. Luis Enrique with space on the right side. The Brazilian in possession. And again. Looking very languid in that moment. No inspiration at all for the first time in the match. And the only free kick is conceded. It's Heskey. Challenged by Pucci. Air shot was from Carragher. Useful stoop by Heskey. Shot simply gave Cuckoo a bit of a surprise. It's lost a little bit of its quality in the last 5 minutes. After a really bright start. Reisiger and Owen, and still Owen. Great appeals for a penalty, which it never was. Not from Owen, I hasten to add, but from those behind the goal.
Great long ball. Reisiger just sat up a bit as it bounced, didn't it? And Reina wasn't sure, the goalkeeper, whether he should come. Reisiger was waiting for him to come, and it just got behind Michael Owen, and he lost his balance.
Overmars. Luis Enrique. Oh. Well, there were a lot of options in the box then, and the danger was caused by Mark Overmars. It was a good run, teased Babel, it was a good ball across, and it managed to go an awful long way. And how much did it miss by? Oh.
A whisker. Great play by Overmars. You see Rivaldo and Kluivert caught in there. Luis Enrique just dragging it with his left foot. Vesterbo totally stranded, having come from the near post for the cross. And, well, it just huge sigh of relief on the whole of Anfield, I think, as it missed.
So the nearest thing we've had so far has come from the visitors. Houllier. Just trying to get enough angle on it for Owen. Chase from McAllister, which he had no chance of being successful in. Carragher. Owen. Gerrard's half so far. Cuckoo continues the run. Carragher goes with him. Back to Rivaldo. Well up. Oh, sure. Kluivert was looking for the nod down to Rivaldo. He gets it again here. Space on the right. Puyol. Luis Enrique square. Kluivert on the 18-yard line. Level with the far post. Makes the run across now. Creates a hole for Petit. Luis Enrique. Good tackle by Houllier. Needed to be. Gérard does well. Down in a heap, may have got a knock in the chest, but again he's making a real fuss. But they have to stop playing. Kluivert is furious with the referee, but it's very difficult for a referee when somebody overreacts in the way that Carles Puyol has done on 2 or 3 occasions. I mean, he's not exactly being rushed off to hospital now.
It's just a typical physical challenge where, you know, a bit of body contact. That's twice he's gone down writhing, and each time I'm sure he's not even going to end up with any bruise.
Not the best play by De Boer. Got ahead of his man, but then couldn't really make the header. Heskey. Support from behind, doesn't need it. Overhits the cross, but Babel might collect it. 3 waiting in the middle. Corner. Owen at the moment alone in the 6-yard area. They're queuing up just inside the 18-yard. Heskey the nearest to Owen. Houllier for the angled run, in fact goes earlier and is marked by Kluivert. Babel follows him. The 6-yard area suddenly become really busy, and Heskey can't make it count. He thought it was a corner, but the referee and his assistant thought otherwise.
Well, it's so crowded in there. Look, it clears everyone. It definitely come off Frank de Boer, didn't it? No wonder Emil Heskey was appealing. I thought it might have just come off somebody's head and then hit Emil Heskey, but it hasn't even reached him. Look, Frank de Boer it is who heads it down, bounces over the crossbar, and he even gets away with a goal kick. I don't know.
Schmitzer. Houllier. Good interception, good weight of header that just simply gave the ball to Harman. Free kick. against Guardiola. Industry and hard challenges from Harman. Rivaldo. Houllier couldn't stand on ceremony then. It was a question just of getting to the ball first.
A great bit of individual skill by Rivaldo, but he picked the wrong one then to try and challenge with Houllier, who's been quite outstanding in the opening 37 minutes. He's been a massive presence at the back.
Babel. Good running by Heskey. De Boer has gone with him. Babel wants it inside. McAllister is squared. Gérard coming across further over square. A little nudge there was effective. Smica. Gérard. Carragher. Use of the body by Luis Enrique. But he's living a little dangerously. Oh, he gets his free kick. I didn't touch him, ref.
They worked hard to try and close him down, just shielding it. And I think he's already just losing his balance, isn't it, when Smica goes in?
Yeah, you've got a point to make about this match so far, and I would think it's probably simply that you're enjoying it. That's the website address. Rivaldo. We picked up a rather deeper drummer. Away by Anfield. Plenty of smiles. The gentleman in the back row there looked a little more serious. That's Patrick Kluivert. Incidentally, the odds on Kluivert to be the first goal scorer is 7-1. You don't often find that bookies are generous, but it seems to me to be pretty generous odds for a man who scored 5 in the last 2 matches. And he can now wait for a corner. And he's trying to get on the end. Curling a lot. Well covered at the near post. That was Petit's shot. Got his body nicely balanced for it, but wide.
And good defending again, coming down from that height, under pressure from Gérard. He had to rush it.
Well, the first half seems to have gone very quickly. Just 5 minutes of it remaining. Score, as was the case in the first leg, but this is an entirely different match from the one in Barcelona a fortnight ago. Both sides want to win this. That's without any question. Babel. Gérard behind, trying to get in early, but it isn't a good cross. Not a particularly good clearance either by Puyol. Reisiger, good head. Gérard. Neatly done, still Gérard. And still. And still. And they're in. There was a little nudge there. Liverpool thought, but the referee was very well positioned. Declined to answer in the affirmative.
Thought it was the correct decision. Gérard was a great run. He just lost his balance a bit outside the area and he was stumbling going into it.
Again, Reina quickly off his line. That's the best piece of play we've seen from Gérard in the match. That's fairly typical. Does that quite often, Smica. And this is the moment when he's lost it a bit and he's working hard for it. And in fact, it was a good challenge by Luis Enrique. Here at the other end is Kluivert. It's a little unfortunate.
Good chance. He just got between the two Liverpool defenders. Gérard very unlucky at the other end. He looked as if he just created an opening, but he was just stumbling. Then it knocked it a little bit too far ahead. Luis Enrique was just ahead of him. He tried to lean into him and lost his foot. I don't think it was a penalty.
Use of the arm by Heskey, says Mr. Meyer. Cuckoo. Try again, and the third time. Babel makes himself available. Gérard settles with the corner of Cuckoo.
It was a good break, linked up well. Liverpool released Gérard, not the early cross in. To be fair to him, there was only Owen in there by then, and on the third occasion he's got this corner. Decent delivery needed.
Cuckoo trying to find some space. What a good time this will be for Liverpool to score. And Babel doesn't get there. Hanging in the air going on, and the referee is saying handball. It's a penalty. Petit bemused. The ball did seem to hang in the air, and it obviously came up off the hand, and clearly was handball by Kluivert.
There was Kluivert, Frank de Boer behind him, and as he comes down, look, it just hits his hand. That cushions it and takes it away from Houllier, who immediately looks for the decision, and he's got it. Gary McAllister,
the hero of Monday, steps up to take the penalty. Gary McAllister. Liverpool lead. Beautiful penalty. Just that weight, the goalkeeper committing himself.
Well, what a week it's been for him. Superb experience, kept his nerve. Reina went the wrong way just before half-time. Liverpool take the lead, and well, what a game we've got in store, I think, now.
Away by Houllier. Schmitzer. De Boer, Guardiola. Reception for the goal, only just beginning to die down.
Well, it's a terrific half. No side gave any quarter, and then just before, Gary McAllister capping it all with that penalty, and it's going to be a buoyant dressing room, a home one at Anfield.
Well, deserved to be a better goal than this. Came, I think, off the fingertips there, and then hit De Boer, and the referee could not have been better positioned. And as a result, the disappointment clearly of Patrick Kluivert in particular. Liverpool lead at half-time. The goal scorer is Gary McAllister.
48 seconds.
And what a timely goal that was.
Well, I mean, it's a great time to score, but the game itself has been fantastic. Some of the passing and the movement, the touch and control has been of the highest quality. Barcelona have played well, Liverpool have played well. We've had lots of chances, lots of excitement, a good goal, but if you think that first half is tense, then just wait for the second half.
It's ebbed and flowed, and it's a great thing about it. And we're just about to say, you know, 0-0 at half-time. We've got the goal, certainly Liverpool, really needed. But the quality and some of the play in the first half has been outstanding.
With the away goals thing, you sort of feel they might need another though.
Yeah,
the way
yes.
they look.
Well, if
Yes.
Liverpool don't score, it's going to be tense. If Barcelona score, it will be tense. But we don't like tense.
We want past 10.
We want Liverpool to score another goal, and then we might feel comfortable.
Well, one thing might make it slightly less tense for Liverpool is there are a few frailties in the Barcelona defence, and they've been there all season. We saw a few early today that led
Right from the word go, ball in the air in the box, they're struggling. Babel gets on the right hand side, this is early on in the match. Crosses, decent cross. Keeper comes all over the place. You know how much I love a dodgy keeper. It's up in the air. And every time, as I say, the ball went into the box, they looked as though they were going to be under pressure.
Well, it was just a flat, wasn't it? The goalkeeper's not under real pressure because Heskey's with the defender, so it's just a real flat. This from the corner as well, which actually should have been another corner. And this is just the ball.
Can go anywhere.
Not quite sure. Another defender in the way. There's all sorts of panic, and you know, just a very well flighted corner.
good forwards header, that heading it down.
Yeah. What would
But
you
we
know
say
about
it time and time again, if you think your goalkeeper is uncomfortable with the ball into the box in the air, the defenders are all over the place. You know, you're looking for the keeper to come. Sometimes he comes, sometimes he goes back in his line. But you know if he's not going to come and catch it, then things can happen. And that's what happens with a penalty kick.
And not only that, of course, I mean, this is a Barcelona team going into the game who just conceded 8 goals. So let alone the problem of conceding the goals, let alone the problem of dealing with the crosses.
And as Alan said, of course, when the penalty came from another cross and from nothing really.
Nothing at all. I think that Clive jumps early for it. I think that's the big problem. You see him here, he's up early, hand comes up, he definitely touches it, referee in a great position. It's got to be a penalty kick, but there's not a challenge.
There were 2 former Liverpool players in the studio that were shouting penalty.
Really?
Oh, you were as well.
But the other thing as well, there, I think it's De Boer who's actually stood behind him.
Yeah.
Can even tell him that,
There's no shout, no communication.
He can deal with the problem. I mean, why on earth you want to touch it? I'll never ever know.
Michael Jordan.
And the penalty kick was fantastic as well. You got a guy coming off the back, a great free kick against Everton. And if ever there was a way to take a penalty kick, this is it. Nobody's saving that. He's a guy playing with great confidence. He's played well in the match.
What a great time to score, though.
A nice bit of experience as well. He's missed the odd important penalty in the past.
Superb penalty kick.
No, just great quality, wasn't it? It's a great thing about it. Probably the calmest man in the stadium, I would think, McAllister. Give it to me, I'll take it. What's the problem? And it goes.
The hard part's been done. Finish the job off.
Okay. Right, let me tell you what's been happening in the other UEFA Cup Semi-Final being played tonight. Alaves went to Kaiserslautern with a 5-1 lead, and we hear that Alaves are winning the second leg by 2-1. So even my maths work out that that's something like 7-2 on aggregate. So if you just tune in, it's Liverpool 1, Barcelona 0. That's 1-0 on aggregate for Liverpool. And they've done well and had chances.
They've had chances. We said at the start that let's hope they be positive, and that was right. And this is probably the best chance. It comes to Michael Owen. Smitzer, who has been prominent, does really well. Plays Michael in. The first touch isn't the best. I mean, maybe a bit unlucky, but I think the goalkeeper's off his line quick. But it's a very, very good chance.
I think you know, see that, and Michael always said, "Oh well, it's gone, it's gone." The great thing about it is he didn't knock off, took it away. I think he did better than well. The goalkeeper, and he was off extremely quickly. Reina.
This was a good bit of work from Heskey.
Great ball from Carragher, and Heskey, big, strong and powerful. Good ball in. Smitzer might have done better. It's not a lot of pace in it, but
I think the problem for Smitzer, though, really, as good a cross as it was, didn't have too much pace on it. He's having to redirect that pace, what there was on it.
And Heskey's been sharp all night.
He's just so powerful. I think that if he takes that down a bit better, then he can get the shot. And a feature of the Barcelona defence as well. At times they don't pick up in the box. You know, all right, Emil's big and strong, but it's never been a challenge. And if that sits right for him, it could end up in the back of the net. And I think it's important in the second half that they keep being positive. I think It's a major faux pas if they sit back here in this match.
There's more goals to be scored against Barcelona. Looking at the way they defended, we went through the frailties earlier, which led to the penalty. But even there, the space when the ball's played in alone, there's been lots for Liverpool. They haven't had that in the game.
The only problem is Barcelona are pretty good going another way. It's just a slight problem.
Exactly.
We're being positive.
Yeah, the closest they probably came was Luis Enrique.
Yeah, Overmars does particularly well. He drags off Babel, cuts inside, comes back on the outside, great ball in. Luis Enrique hits it, goalkeeper stranded, and it's fortunate for Liverpool it goes the wrong side of the post.
I think also a fortunate probably he missed it as well. I mean, Overmars takes Babel in to take him outside, as it were, and if anything, when Luis Enrique hits it, he's not quite fully balanced, and well,
it's so close.
On target it was in, wasn't it? I mean, I don't think Westerveld saw it either. That was the other problem.
Stranded.
Yeah.
Now, one person I've enjoyed watching.
Wait a minute. Is it Rivaldo?
Yeah.
Oh, it might be.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I like forwards. I know you'd sooner pick out Hoopier or something, but I'd sooner see a little bit of Rivaldo's skill.
Absolutely terrific. This is what you expect from a world-class midfield player. Picks up, he looks first, left, right, and then this is so heavy with the disguise into Kluivert's feet, and then what does he do? Moves for the next one. Fantastic play.
I think it's just his awareness as well. This is just an unbelievable cross for Kluivert. I mean, you can't even see him from where he plays it, Gary. Can't see him at all. It's absolutely brilliant. Heads up straight away. Great control, which buys you half a second. And I tell you what a ball that is.
Ball and then I think it's the shot.
Yeah.
Picks it up. A little bit of control.
Oh,
it's a great ball in for Overmars. This one, so difficult to defend against. Westerveld comes off and clears it. This is the shot coming up.
This is
when he picks it up here, you think, no way he can score from here, from that position.
Well, he didn't, though, did he?
No, he didn't.
45 yards.
But he nearly did. He nearly did.
He's just the one person on the pitch that every time he picks a football up, you expect something to happen. I tell you what, 99 times out of 100.
Let me ask you a question. Would you swap him for Beckham?
Have we seen this little run from him?
No, you're not going to answer it then?
I'm not answering that question, because when you watch this...
Yes, well, I'll answer it, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I think he's the best player in the world. We said that 2 weeks ago. And you know,
he plays in a different position.
Everything you see tonight just emphasises that. And, you know,
that's a way to deal with him, Sammy.
I think you buy him as well as Beckham, if you were fortunate.
A massive talent.
Okay, well, let's get an alternative view. Ian Rush and Roy Evans are with Ray Stubbs.
The two gentlemen know all about great nights at Anfield here. It's going really well, Roy.
It's going smashing. It's been a good game, actually, and Liverpool just had a little spell, 10 minutes towards the end, and they've got a penalty. I mean, what makes a guy do that in his own box after, 45 minutes of good defending? Been a very evening game, but thankfully we've got a penalty and we're 1-up. Great.
Gary McAllister, he's had his moments with penalties over the years, but that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a great bottle from the lad. He's been playing really well anyway, so I felt he must have thought he was confident that he'd get the goal as well. So it's a game on now. I think it's a superb game for everyone to watch.
So what happens now? Barcelona have to come out and really have a go, don't they?
Yeah, they've only been playing with Kluivert up front. I think now they've got to attack a bit more. I think the defence of Liverpool's been absolutely fantastic. If they can hold that, I think it's up to Barcelona now to go out and score.
But you look at them and there's always that thing at the back of your mind that they've got so much quality.
They've got quality, but again, if they do come out, I think they're frightened to death of Michael's pace. The two guys at the back have been worried about it, and if they step out, then it's a great chance for us to counter-attack.
Centre forward to centre forward, how do you rate Emil Heskey?
Well, he's working hard up there. I think him and Michael, I think the secret about it now is they're working as a team, they're working hard together, all as a team. I think Barcelona, they're playing as individuals, but Heskey's working really hard, and so is Michael.
It's like one of the nights of old, isn't it? The atmosphere is fantastic.
The fans have been absolutely fantastic, and I hope it keeps that going that way, and I'll say if we can get a result out of this, fantastic.
You're going to do it, aren't they, do you think?
Without a doubt, I'm delighted.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks, guys.
Tell you what, Ian Rush, he always scored more goals than me. Now he's got a better tan.
And those two have always been good judges as well.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. What do you think second half? They've got to be positive.
I've got to be positive. The last thing you want is the last 10-15 minutes Liverpool pinned back, because if that happens, I'm going to be in the toilet.
Well, it's Roma. Remember Roma, where they sat back. Roma got a goal, and all of a sudden it's a nervous kind of last 10 minutes. And you've got to defend well, defend deep, but you've got to look to score the second one here.
The two centre-backs have been excellent.
Yeah.
They really have. They've defended well, but with the quality that we've shown from Rivaldo, one piece of magic and it's all over, so let's be positive.
Yeah, we won't bore you with the away goals thing. You all know what that means. Here's Trevor and Barry.
One thing we know for sure, Gary, is that we can't now have extra time. Of course, any score draw will work in Barcelona's favour. Let's look again at the goal which divides the teams and the work of the various members of our team in the videotape area, magnifying the moment when the handball was conceded and enabling McAllister to score from the penalty spot. You do sort of feel that it's going to be a very nervous second half if only one goal, I agree with Alan Hansen, if only one goal is to be scored in this match. My feeling is Liverpool are going to have to score more than one.
Well, I'm sure Barcelona won't hold back. They've got a lot of attacking players on the bench if they want to bring them on, but there's enough of talent out there for them to get back. I certainly will be surprised if it stays 1-0.
Guardiola sends Barcelona on their way going forward for the first time in this second half. If you're only joining us now, you've missed a cracking first half. Just had one sort of 5 minutes lull. Otherwise it was pulsating from end to end. Guardiola didn't get the impression that he thought he was able to score.
It's not the easiest areas in that centre midfield to get a bit of space. You've got Harman, McAllister, Gérard all able to come out and close you down in front of the back four. Overmars can't get outside, Babel has to come square. Petit knocks quickly across, but he just sets himself up, but Harman hurries him into that mistake.
Frank de Boer. Gérard starting the half on the right. Koki was having to adjust his position, but not as much as Gérard was hoping he might have to. And for the record, only once have Barcelona failed to score away from home in Europe this season, starting in the Champions League, and that's when they lost their opening away game to Besiktas in Turkey. And here is Kluivert, and Luis Enrique says, why didn't you look up and see me coming in? And Kluivert has to acknowledge the error.
Well, Jamie Carragher plays him on. He's not offside, he's level, and look at Luis Enrique, the other side. It's going to be almost impossible to beat Vesterveld from there. And look at Luis Enrique's reaction. Just got to clip it back across the face of the goal, and he would have had a little side foot from 5 yards. Kluivert been costly at either end.
There's a player who scored a couple of times on this ground. Play off against the Republic of Ireland when Holland won 2-0 and he scored both goals. So it's Reisiger. Cuckoo. Petit has gone forward off him. Overmars. Rivaldo. Shows the cover man.
Early surge from Barcelona.
Down by Luis Enrique. Good play by Smica. Petit. Combined attacking play by the Spanish side. One of the Spaniards, and it's like so many Dutchmen. I thought that was handball by Kluivert. Smica. Luis Enrique, and Vesterveld gets away with it. Calmly played by Frank de Boer. Still has a lot to offer. 20 years old, couple of World Cups, couple of European Championships. Overmars. And Barcelona have definitely got Liverpool on the back foot at the start of the second half.
Well, a crucial spell. You can't afford to let Barcelona get level early in the second half.
Petit, Cuckoo, De Boer, no more than an up and under it is Houllier. Petit, Rivaldo, quickly at him was Harman, used his arm, Rivaldo thought. Mistake by Puyol, good play by the German. Houllier. Really make up his mind. Extraordinary sequence of play. This ends with a Liverpool free kick.
It's been a terrific driving force, Houllier. Just lost control for it once, but went into a couple of bulldozing tackles to get this free kick.
Heskey in a line with the far post from Hoopier's viewpoint. Owen inside him. Forced a bit wider by the kick. Petit. Overmars and Babel. Taken again by Babel. Beautifully done. Oh, what a good stretch by Frank de Boer. I think the flag went up anyway, but even so. Marcus Babel with all the plaudits going to Gary McAllister, and it's Babel who's down hurt with all the I'll try it again. The plaudits going to Gary McAllister in the match, the Everton-Liverpool match. Babel scored a magnificent goal in that match that he's started the move right from deep in his own defence. Painful that, Trevor.
Yeah, it was challenged by Petit that just caught, as he played it with his left foot, you can see he's just having a look, just caught the inside of the pad on the leg, and that's why he's limping. He's been excellent in recent weeks, so quite outstanding for him.
He and Smeets are probably the two most improved players in the second half of the season. People have doubts about both of them. Carragher. Off the curly top. On show. That's the back play. Heskey. Cuckoo didn't believe he could beat him. Carragher. Yes, not enough pace, but a nice idea. Puyol.
Just weathered that early storm, I think. Now Liverpool had some good possession, can feel themselves getting back into the second half now.
On the left side if Rivaldo wants them. Goes through the middle instead, offside. Will not count. Overmars who was offside after Luis Enrique started the move in promising fashion. No doubt at all.
Well, that time they got the line very good there, Liverpool, definitely offside. Luis Enrique actually got the square ball on that occasion that he wanted from Cliver earlier.
Puyol. Good ball, Guardiola. Pace of Gérard, who arrived from nowhere and on the wrong side. From his opponent's viewpoint.
That was the benefit of playing those three close in the centre, Gérard, Harman or McAllister. One of them has got to pick up Rivaldo when he gets into those deep positions. It works superbly then.
Gérard, Heskey, away by Reisiger. What a good piece of play by Gérard.
Again, the ball in the air causing problems. Heskey did well, knocked it back across. Nobody had quite anticipated and was able to get on the end of it.
It does look as though, if the flag goes up again, Gérard is going to stay on this right side to supply balls like that.
That makes sense. As Alan and Mark said, really, there's no point in Liverpool just sitting back and trying to hold on to the 1-0. They're quite capable of sort of maximising some of the problems that Barcelona have at the back by getting a second goal.
Sorry, not only would there be no point, I think it would be utterly suicidal to settle for what they have. Here's Puyol. 3 waiting for a cross, now 4. Nobody's picked up Kluivert at the moment, who's at the back of the box. And here's a Rivaldo. Well, that's determination for you. Up over his German colleague, the Dutchman. That is mine, get out of my way. Your friend or foe. Oh, that's a great ball. Oh, the wrist kick by... oh, he's so lucky. So lucky, Westerveld.
Well, he's given a goal kick again, is he?
I think he has.
That's amazing. Should have taken it, should have controlled it with his first touch. Kluivert turned his back. That was fatal. And Westerveld, he'll tell us afterwards it was a little dummy. I knew that he wouldn't be looking as well. What an escape. How many times have we seen goalkeepers punished for this? Definitely clips the outside of it. The referees gave him the credit that he missed it completely. Definitely clipped his outside of the boot. What frustration that must be for Kluivert.
And here at the other end is Heskey. Good save. He had to get up from a standing position. Goalkeeper. A bit more height and he would have been more tested, it has to be said.
Got to say at the moment, Kluivert got to the handball, not squaring it for Luis Enrique and then not taking advantage of that chance. 3 key areas, that one. I think the square ball was the better bet rather than just trying to hang it over Reina. I've got to be frank.
Here is Frank de Boer. Petit, Harman across. Oh, that's well played by Manu Petit. Rivaldo on show with the first challenge. Harman coming in with the second, and referee plays the advantage, which doesn't agree for Barcelona.
They didn't want the advantage. They wanted a free kick.
They must be feeling at the moment, Barcelona, that they're not getting the rub of the green. Just the general fates. Send the Westerveld. What a lucky man you are. Reisiger. Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique again. Guardiola. Rivaldo with a bit more space, might try from distance. Possibly thought about it. Owen. Well held up. Space should be left side, but there was nobody there, so they've got to come the other way to Babel.
Feel it's unfair when the crowd groan there went one bad pass. The game absolutely absorbing stuff, end to end.
And the substitution, the first to be made, for Barcelona. They're bringing on their Portuguese international and bringing off the Dutchman defender Reisiger, and he's replaced by Simão. He's won 5 caps for Portugal. Considering he plays in the Figo role, he's done pretty well to get 5.
Well, put Puyol instead of Reisiger in the centre. Luis Enrique will play half and half, right back and right midfield, and Simão very much a wide right player, and he'll try and do what Overmars is trying to do down this one, try and get to the byline, and certainly even more attacking lineup we've got now.
De Boer. Offside.
Oh, that was close when the ball was played. He just held his run, and Puyol taking the chance. Look, Puyol puts his hand up. I don't think he's beyond him. And the linesman then looks along the line. He's a yard ahead, but when the ball was played, he wasn't.
That's Luis Enrique. And, Portuguese certainly hugging the touchline. The Liverpool team are being given absolutely cracking support. The team still have a long way to go to take a place in the final. We've had 2/3 of this second leg. Just the one goal divides the teams. Still really inability, nothing in it. One mistake, one handball by Kluivert, one penalty well dispatched by McAllister. Oh, Babel. Need the extra touch. And here is Heskey with De Boer. He's a seasoned campaigner.
Heskey is worrying them all the time, though Barcelona have a lot of possession in this second half. Whenever it goes forward, his power and pace and strength are causing them problems.
So, well, I'm amazed at that decision. A free kick has been given. As I said, I would have thought the ball was won here, or partially won. There was a lean on. The assistant referee was the man who made the decision. Does Mr. Brooking agree with him or with me?
Well, he was leaning into it, but I certainly think most defenders do that when they make the challenge. But you can see some very much a more attacking winger.
Kluivert got it wrong. Schmitzer. That's a free kick against the Portuguese, and he is shown the yellow card.
Almost surprised to get the yellow card. It's been such a free-flowing game. There's a little tug back on the shirt. Welcome to the game.
The
first substitution for Liverpool sees the departure of Michael Owen. He's doing his best to hide the disappointment, which I'm sure is there. And he's replaced by Patrick Berger. And that's got something to do with the arrival of Simão.
Well, I think it will sort of just play Berger on the left-hand side, just chatting to McAllister there. I think Schmitzer will go much closer to Heskey, and probably McAllister will play that role in the hole.
Goal. Slightly more comfortable in the centre of the defence than he does in the wider position. It's Kluivert, the man with most to make up.
Yeah, Michael Owen found it difficult to get into the game. He's worked hard, tried to show, but hasn't been able to get the touches that he would have wanted. So I'm sure he is frustrated. But with the side 1-0 up, Houllier just looking for his game plan to really try and help him stifle this Barcelona team. A very good second half today.
Concerned faces, hopeful faces. The player we saw just get into his feet then, so he's not the only one to be warming up. This is Rivaldo. Guardiola, support from Puyol. Simao is on the touchline. Patrick Berger doing at least part of the role he's been brought on to do. Maybe it was fair, there's another argument.
Chasing the ball relentlessly, hoping that he'd won the throw-in, but at least he's pegged Barcelona back. They can't get men forward when they're deep in that corner.
Osho. Gérard shot! It was a fine strike, and he didn't miss by much.
Oh, it was a wonderful strike. We're right behind that. It was just outside the post all the way. Quite often you see it sort of just come back in late. Reina went down, and I'm not sure he would have got the touch. It would have come into the far post late. Beat him. Terrific effort.
Good put in. And the other semi-final has been decided, and the result of the second leg is Kaiserslautern 1, Alaves 4. So they go through on an aggregate of 9-2. The assumption is that the winner of the match that we're watching will become favourites. Alaves might have something to say about that. That is a remarkable two-leg score.
Well, they beat Valencia at the weekend 2-1 in Valencia. They're a good side, and certainly they'll be difficult, but which way is this going to go? Liverpool just under 25 minutes to hang on.
I wonder if there are any more goals there for the younger Cruyff. Jordi certainly made his mark with Alaves this season. Sparta played in this fixture when the two teams met 25 years ago. Ended 1-1 then. Oh, that's a poor throw out by the goalkeeper. This is Gérard, and still.
Very good, great Steve Gérard. I just wondered whether the throw out was a bit too quick, whether he might have taken a chance and hit it early, because Reina threw it out and he was still scrambling back towards goal, and it might have been worth just taking the chance.
Spanish flag being waved. Got in on the cop, I don't know, but seems to be enjoying himself. Westerveld. Berger. Cleansing his Czech colleague. Schmitzer. Break on the left side. McAllister made a really good run and wasn't seen.
Liverpool got to try and make sure they didn't take too many balls back to Westerveld with his kicking. Still thinking of that total miss kick, and he is weaker on his left hand side. He's trying to psych himself up. He's probably saying to himself, I don't want any more pass backs through my backfield.
This kick was of course on his strong side. There's Houllier.
must keep their concentration, Liverpool. It reminds me a bit of the Valencia-Arsenal game when it was 0-0 for a long period and then Carew just got the one chance and that was all they needed. And it's the same Barcelona. They just need one goal, remember, and Liverpool must concentrate and just try and keep their noses in front.
Looking as though this is going to be a long throw. Overmars is the nearest, and he finds him with a sort of medium throw. Cuckoo. Liverpool holding the line just on the edge of the box. Difficult one for Ancho. Great appeal for Overmars. It was never handball. Match of the season, 6th in 15 days. Simao back to Rob McAllister. Gérard hurt himself in that. Here's Babel. Puyol didn't need to do that. Overmars. Gérard still hasn't moved from the spot, but he's up on his feet. Berger covers well.
Gérard is struggling, as you say, hasn't moved. It looks like his calf, or certainly his left leg is holding, and he's been absolutely rooted to the spot, just hobbling now.
Overmars. Everything to his right in the grey shirt of Barcelona. He's made room for the cross, and timely slip, for which he gets no sympathy. Now has to chase back. And in the end concedes the free kick. Now how bad is this injury? She said he won't be getting better. It's one of those innocuous little things.
There was just a little back heel, wasn't there? Just caught his stand. It looks much more confident now. Just the back of his calf was caught. A much better second half.
Pretty good record there, only 7 misplaced in 33. On either side. Difficult for Liverpool, but it's so good to see. Away by Ancho.
Ancho, great defending again. Him and Houllier have been magnificent so far. Just got to keep this partnership going now into the last 20 minutes.
He's missed a couple of games, Ancho at Ipswich and against Tranmere in the Cup. Otherwise, this is the 16th consecutive match for the back four. Said in the first leg, Gérard Houllier permutates the other areas of the team, but not the back of the defence. Off! Kluivert's head.
Well, good play. Luis Enrique, I think, was across it. Look, watch where Rivaldo is. If it's left, Rivaldo actually has got ahead of Babel, but Kluivert taking the header. Little fortunate ricochet. So now we've got the cross in the end and just got underneath it.
Smits are running on. Covered by De Boer. He seems to have time. This is Rivaldo. You can take it that Gérard has recovered, but that was clearly a foul by the young man.
Able to make the impact in this second half. I'm sure Barcelona were hoping. Again, it's down to people like Gérard, Arman, and McAllister worked so hard to close him down.
Trevor, you're tempting fate. Clever by Carragher. Just the first to challenge, Gérard behind. Puyol. Debout. Petit. Also Gérard. Overmars. By Carragher. Nobody there.
Well, because they're all getting back and helping out goal side. Just that worrying trend reminds me a bit of certainly the first match. Liverpool getting deeper and deeper, and Barcelona getting more and more possession.
Flag is up on the far side. And indeed on our screens. I seem to remember ahead of the referee then. And substitution to be made.
Darn it.
This is Danny. The goals, doesn't have too many chances, but he comes on now in place of Overmars, player of huge natural talent.
Simao is coming from the right over to the left-hand side. Darnay going through the middle and getting close to Rivaldo and Kluivert, almost playing 3 up now.
He's only scored once this season. It was in the match before the first leg. Between the two sets of supporters. Home supporters with more voice. Just the 1 goal in it. And 1 in reply would be enough for Barcelona. Gérard. We're into the last quarter of an hour. Heskey. Canister taking a good position again. It's a disappointing ball in.
They've done well, worked it into the corner. Good layback by Emil Heskey. We've seen a number of great crosses in recent weeks by Steven Gerrard, but that one overhit.
Rivaldo. Also. Danny. Guardiola. All back by Heskey. Danny. Rivaldo has gone on. Old-fashioned at the moment. Barcelona have a front line of 5. On the left, Simon. Petit. Simon again. Rivaldo is in the middle. Took his time.
It's a terrific ball by Petit. Got Simao to the byline, but his weaker left foot, because he's come over this side now, let him down.
Cuckoo.
All hands to the pump, look at them.
Petit. Guardiola. Berger. Guardiola quickly across. Petit. Cuckoo. Guardiola. Couldn't let it go, but nobody shouted. on Danny Murphy. I suspect it will be Gérard who's replaced. Slight delay here. Gérard Houllier waving, but I don't know where the ball has gone. Are you making this substitution? Yes, it is Steven Gerrard coming off.
The substitution rounds the field number 13, Danny Murphy, leaving the field of play number 17.
And a thunderous ovation there, and he acknowledges it. He's had a storming second half, so close to getting that second goal. Played his part. Danny Murphy has had a very good season as well, coming on to try and contribute in these closing minutes.
A couple of good chums who are a bet on who will score more goals. They're both on 9 at the moment. Petit, Guardiola, Houllier, but it's just come straight back. Liverpool have got to do something about this. They're defending manfully. Barcelona have so much possession. And every time they have possession, they look threatening.
They do, but Liverpool just defended superbly. They won't just seem to get a tackle, a body, a challenge in time as they did then. Rivaldo trying the chip out of Westerveld. It got deflected and went tamely through, but here they come again.
There's Alan Hansen stood in the studio. Rivaldo. Good challenge by Babel. Petit, Kluivert. Excellent play from Houllier. Petit is the injured player, so Westerveld immediately put the ball out of play.
He just got caught when he won possession before that, but Houllier, what confidence, and all the tension and the pressure, to have the awareness just to knock that little cushion header back. This is where just the follow through there.
The applause, the noise that you can hear is because of the introduction of Robbie Fowler, the club captain. Vladimir Smica is the player to be replaced.
Coming on for Liverpool, number 9, Robbie.
He's applauded on the pitch by Gérard Houllier. It's a long time since he scored in Europe. We go back to season 98-99. A goal now from Robbie Fowler would be very timely indeed.
10 minutes away from third final in one season.
Out by Carragher, back by Luis Enrique, in by Rivaldo. Kluivert, nobody there to seize upon it. Challenged his team to take their own place in the Liverpool football history. That's a goal kick in the end. Reina prepared to let it go a long way. And they are 9 minutes plus stoppage time away. A pretty remarkable treble of finals, one of which they've already won. Houllier. Goal kick. Liverpool aiming to reach their 9th European final, their first since 1985, 16 years ago. And they've been successful in 8 out of 11 previous semi-finals. This is their 12th, and it's a record about which you may have a few views. If you have, that's the website, BBC Sport. Osho, suddenly 2 against 2. This is Heskey, Fowler up with him. Danny Murphy behind. That's a clear foul by De Boer. He claims that Heskey used his arm and is very unhappy about it. The referee is going to go and talk to his assistant, or is he? Well, who used the arm first?
Well, it was a great rugby challenge, but I mean, he forgot about the ball, didn't he?
It was McAllister who scored. Can it be McAllister who supplies now a free kick for a second to ease the nerves? Good punch out. Harmon, Heskey just reacted instinctively, didn't manage to get it on target.
It was a good chance. He tried to hit it first time, but Barcelona stayed in there. Look at the defenders, and as it's hit in there, he could have actually controlled it, had a quick drink, and also then tucked it into the net, but he just didn't know that, and instinctively, as you say, tried to get the ricochet straight into the net.
Cuckoo. Didn't run for Luis Enrique, but well played, Dieter Hum. Oh, just offside, Robbie Fowler.
Well, that was close again when the ball was played. Got between the two defenders. Would have been clear away.
Nice little back heel, away by Ancho. Cuckoo. The referee, not handball as the crowd wanted. Dunny is in the middle. Hoopier wins it at the expense of the corner.
Another massive jump by Hoopier there, came over everyone to power it away, but this is important now as those seconds tick away. There's no get out time now.
Harmon on the near post, Berger on the far, covering. Luis Enrique in front of the goalkeeper. It's too short, away by McAllister. And Fowler quickly there. Simao thought he might have a chance of a shot.
He's going to go off.
And Simao.
He should be off. That was a definite yellow card tackle.
Well, the referee probably knew it was number 20 as he got up. His number was facing the referee and decided to let it off, let him go.
Perhaps enjoyed the game so much, didn't want to spoil it by sending somebody off. I hope Simao doesn't come on and get an equaliser.
It's quite nice in a way to see a referee take that attitude. His only booking was forced upon him. He's allowed the game to run. And it's been great entertainment. And it's yet to be decided. Harmon got there first. Fowler. Done. But get rid of it now, please. Free kick by Kluivert on Harmon.
He's been excellent also, Harmon. Just in front of the back four, his link play, got his tackles in. A very important figure.
Well, they to be the happiest supporters of the week. Disappointment for those of Arsenal. Leeds lost, of course, but still brilliantly through to the last four of the Champions League Cup. Yellow card for Vesterveld for taking too long. Won't be a problem. Foul by Fowler. Vesterveld has kept 8 clean sheets in this UEFA Cup competition. So close to a 9th, which will put them in the final. Rivaldo wins his free kick. And they're leaving it to Guardiola, and mass ranks going forward. Only Puyol to the right. 6 up in the box. Comes the bubble, he gets it away.
Cleared everyone, hit the back of Battle's heel, and he then completed the clear. It's a lot of tension now.
3 minutes plus stoppage time. This is Dunny. Fleet of foot, neatly done. De Boer, not the best of header. And from a difficult angle, Downey went for glory.
That is such a waste, isn't it? So greedy from that sort of angle. Impossible to get it on target. There were 2 or 3 in the penalty area. Scooped up, just headed then by Cliver. Look at the back post. What a waste.
Sarah Ferrer looking on, nothing he can do, nothing Gérard Houllier can do. In both cases, only offering the prayer. Liverpool throw.
The noise is deafening, and the crowd have been absolutely fantastic.
Well, we haven't had as many goals as were being forecast. We were only made it a 6-5. I can't remember who it was who said that. One might be enough, but it's been a cracking attacking game. Under a minute and a half. They want the ball down at their end, which is the top end. Frank de Boer. Hoopier away. Murphy. McAllister. Puyol underneath it. This is De Boer. It's not the best of balls forward. Should be a defender's ball and is. Murphy. Away by Harman. Into the last minute. That's the stoppage time. Reina. All credit to Barcelona. They battled all the way through. Responsible for a few broken nails amongst the public. 4 minutes stoppage time. The agony will last long. Met by Hoopier, arguably the man of the match. Rivaldo, Ongsho, who comes close to being a man of the match. Way by Hoopier again.
I thought they should have got a free kick there. Again, he played the advantage, but they're pumping a lot of high balls. I just think that's into Ongsho and Hoopier's strength.
Dunny loses out to Harman. Bubble gets it away. Now Murphy. Puyol. De Boer. Puyol again. Front line of 4. 4 behind them. Dunny with a little bit of room, but didn't realise he had it if he'd have got that under control. We're into stoppage time. Puyol. De Boer. Dunny, Cliver forward of him, so's Rivaldo. So's Koku on the right, dwelt too long. Murphy with the chance and then Babel to get it away, and Fowler to try and feed on it, and nearly did so. Luis Enrique. Hoopier once more. Off the ball fake. Chased by Berger.
We have a message from Mr. Ian McEwen. Ian McEwen to contact his nearest police officer.
Away by Puyol. Ongsho, nice header. Well cushioned by Harman. 2nd minute of the 4th.
I mean, if they can hold on to actually go 2 matches against the skill and the forward ability of Barcelona and not concede a goal would be a magnificent achievement by the whole side, but certainly that defence.
This is Kluivert. His mistake gave Liverpool the chance. Koku. Space on the left, played in early. This is Dunny. Rivaldo on the 6-yard line, but he can wait there disconsolate as Dunny was unable to pull the ball across.
It was better from Barcelona. They'd spread the play, didn't they? They probed away, but finally Danny gave it away. That sums it all up.
2 minutes left. They have made an incredible noise, the Anfield crowd. And they're celebrating the victory now. And that is a corner? No, it's a goal kick.
That would have been the icing on the cake. Good first touch, just ran away from him, but wasted valuable seconds, and Reina couldn't get it back from the cop.
1 minute remaining. Clivered on, away by Houllier. Heskey. Fowler was offside. The crowd think it's the final whistle, but it's not. De Boer will take 6 forward. Nick by Osho. And Fowler may be able to run out time here. Good challenge by Petit, but it's a Liverpool throw. 20 seconds, unless the referee has more stoppage time. It's occurred during the stoppage time. But I don't think he should have. Fowler. We're inside the last 10. Murphy. De Boer. One to chase, but guess who's underneath it? Houllier. Berger. The final whistle is blown. Liverpool are through to the final. Their 9th final in Europe, their first since 1985, and their 3rd different final in one season. It's a remarkable achievement by Gérard Houlliers men. The 1 goal from the penalty spot by Gary McAllister. It was a match which deserved, frankly, a better goal to decide it. But Liverpool go through to the final in Dortmund on May the 16th. 1-0. The final score. It's so much attacking football.
Mark Allen, a wonderful performance from Liverpool and a rearguard action. I mean, 2 clean sheets in 2 games against probably the best attacking side in Europe.
Terrific performance, terrific game. I think that the back 4 were absolutely magnificent. The 2 centre-backs were outstanding. Honshaw, for me, gave a classic centre-back performance alongside Hippier. They got the all-important goal. And it's a tremendous feat to get to the final of this tournament when you consider the teams that they've beaten on their travels. Roma and Barcelona is just absolutely magnificent.
Roma, Porto, Barcelona, 6 games, they've conceded 1 goal. Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. And you know, all the criticism they got in the first leg, not from us, because you know it was just a really outstanding defensive performance. And obviously tonight, that's the icing on the cake. And
the last 50 minutes
against
Barcelona, we even threatened the last 50 minutes. We thought it had been sort of backs to the wall, but you know, the back 4 of Liverpool and the 2 just in front of them were absolutely immense, and the goalkeeper's hardly had a save to make in the second half.
We just saw Gérard Houllier there. You have to give him some credit. I mean,
stuck by his guns, Gary. He stuck by his guns. He was slated, as well as you know, by the Spanish press for what happened in Barcelona. But it was a super result. All right, it was a poor game.
There he is.
You go there 0-0. What that did was it bought his team a chance tonight to get through to the final.
He's been criticised.
And they've taken it.
Yeah, he's been criticised for his tactics. I mean, Liverpool are a bit more negative here than when we played, but the tactics have been truly vindicated tonight because it is a magnificent feat, a magnificent performance, and they got the right result. And I think in the end they just shaded it.
It's been a long time for these Liverpool supporters, but they seem to be enjoying it now. 16-year wait to make a final, and they've got a team called Alaves. Not one of the household names.
Well, Barry hit the nail on the head. I think that Alaves went through 9-2, but Liverpool will start favourites. But you know, they ain't a bad side. They beat Valencia at the weekend, and very, very good technically, as you would expect from a Spanish side. But if you can beat Roma and Barcelona in your travels, then you don't fear anybody in the final.
To be honest with you, in the second half, Barcelona hardly created a chance. Down to Liverpool, absolutely down to them. Organised, they were rigid, and they stayed on their feet. They put them in areas where Barcelona didn't want to go. And honestly, sitting here, how many times you sit and watch games and you're not in control and you think there's going to be a problem? But they were always in control of that, Liverpool.
It's great for McAllister as well, because he missed an important penalty kick in Euro 96. And when
for Scotland.
Well, that was really important. But when he stood up to take that penalty kick tonight, it was absolutely fantastic.
Well, let's hear from that man. Gary McAllister is with Ray Stubbs.
Gary, you've had your moments with penalties over the years.
Yeah.
What went through your mind? Fantastic.
I fancy scoring, you know, that's as simple as that. I was confident, you know, keeper caught me having a wee look. Unfortunately for him, it was the wrong way. He dived the wrong way, and I fancied it strong.
What would you say about that Liverpool performance this evening?
Well, we dug in, we're playing against a very good team. We didn't see much of the ball in the second half, but we knew that was going to be like that. And we've beat Barcelona over 2 legs. You know, they've rubbished us a wee bit lack of respect in some of the press remarks, you know, but they're out and we're through.
What do you say about your defensive five tonight?
Oh, they were outstanding, and the goalkeeper. Didier Man in the back four were immense. You know, we're playing against the very best in the world tonight, and you know, they didn't have many chances.
There's obviously a great spirit in that dressing room. Hear the noise now, but Gérard Houllier is really building something.
Yeah, it wasn't about individuals tonight. It was a big Liverpool team performance.
It was a Liverpool night of old. Congratulations. Thank you.
Very much. Cheers. Well done, Gary.
So there you have it, the UEFA Cup final live from Dortmund. Alaves versus Liverpool, Wednesday the 16th of May. That game will be live on BBC One, and we'll look forward to it. But it was a goal from Gary McAllister, who saw it, did it from a penalty.
Yeah, so much confidence when he stood up to take it, but we talked about the Barcelona frailties in defence. Came from a corner kick. Kluivert, under no pressure whatsoever, puts his hand up, jumps early, referee in a good spot. It was always going to be a penalty kick, but that's where Liverpool were liable to score from. Ball in the air in the box, unbelievably frail, and when he steps up to take it, it's like nobody's stopping us. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay. Well, a good few days for Gary McAllister, and not a bad few days either for Gérard Houllier. He's with Ray Stubbs.
Many congratulations. Did you enjoy it on the pitch at the end in front of the Liverpool fans singing?
It was a bit tense, I must say. Normally I'm not nervous, but the last 10 minutes were difficult. They're a great side. They're very good side. They pass the ball around very well. They can make a difference on an individual piece of brilliance. And but I think over the 2 legs we defended so well. I thought, you know, the defence. And I know Alan and Mark are in the studio, so they must appreciate the defending display of Stefan Encho and Samipia. I think they were marvellous.
You're really building something, Gérard. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's good to have 2 finals in May. I mean, that means we've had probably 6 league games, of course, 2 finals in May. Unfortunately, I would say some players will be involved in an international game on the 25th of April. I hope some team manager will understand that we've got such a heavy program that they must, you know, it's a friendly, and maybe they would release them.
Gérard, congratulations to the Liverpool night of old. Well done.
I think
Thank
the
you.
players have been brilliant. Really,
Thank you.
You've got, this is good for the future.
Thank you.
It is good for Liverpool's future.
He goes on about more games, wasn't there, by any chance? Finals.
I think so. At least they've played in a few finals, and Liverpool have got 3 coming up, 2 coming up. They've already won 1. Can they make it a treble? From all of us here, a very good night.
It's just a face in the crowd, a tiny hole in a cloud. You're trying to find your way in to let your soul shine back out. This is our time, we can rewind our place to shine out, or we can live it anyway. This is our time to feel sublime, our place to shine out, or we can do
Good evening, welcome to the Camp Nou for Barcelona versus Liverpool. I tell you, there's no better city to play football in than this. All the greats want to play here, you know.